Hey guys, this is Coach Bill with Fat Loss Made Easy. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. What is today? Today is Thursday. Got a beautiful day out there. Weather is perfect. Okay, guys, today's topic is a serious topic. It's a topic that isn't addressed very often and should be because of obesity being an epidemic and type 2 diabetes being an epidemic. Um, the issue of fatty liver disease is not brought up that often. And what's sad about that is that it's known as a silent killer. And there's reasons for that. So I'm going to cover a little bit about that today. I'm going to cover a little bit of what science is saying about it. And this will be a blog post that will be in my new uh, online personal coaching website. It will be in the tab that has blogs in it. The blog post will be obviously more specific about it, and it's more like a training. So the relationship between this blog or this information goes along with our online personal coaching courses and packages that we offer because these courses and packages also will help to reverse fatty liver disease. And what's really cool, guys, is even if you go do an ultrasound and your doctor says yes, you have a certain stage of fatty liver, it's nothing to really be concerned about because it's pretty simple to reverse, and the liver can heal itself pretty fast as long as it's given the right tools to do that. And of course, a fatty liver disease, just like obesity and just like type 2 diabetes, is basically driven by certain foods, and then of course how often you're eating. But also, all three of these, obesity, type 2 diabetes, and fatty liver disease, all three have something in common, and that's known as insulin resistance. And guys, insulin, you guys heard me talk about this many, many times, is a hormone. Um, it's actually a hormone that you absolutely need to survive. But the problem is because of the environmental toxins are so bad in food and in water that it's causing a hormone in your body to be out of control, and that's what is driving up obesity, type 2 diabetes, and a fatty liver disease. See, if you have obesity, you have a fatty liver. It's very simple to know that because all you have to do is ask your doctor to recommend that you get a ultrasound of your liver. If you have type 2 diabetes, most likely you're overweight. And if you're overweight, you're going to have some stage of fatty liver disease. But what the issue is right now is because of our lifestyle here in the United States, not just here, but all over the world, um, is the American standard diet is causing an epidemic now. That's what they're saying. A lot of doctors are saying this, that a fatty liver disease is an epidemic and should be realized as a very dangerous disease, and it's not being recognized enough. And so that's why we need to talk about this more. But like I said, fatty liver disease along with type 2 diabetes can be reversed. So don't let any health professional say it can't be, because there's a lot of good type 2 diabetic and kidney doctors out there that are actually doing it with their patients, and they've been doing it for a long time. And it's sad that other doctors aren't researching this. And it's very simple. You change the type of food you're eating and how often you eat, and that's how you're going to reverse it. But I'm going to read you a couple of scientific sites that have commented on the fatty liver disease and how dangerous it really is and why it's known as the silent killer. And so there's one site. So if you were to Google, this is what I did. I Googled fatty liver disease, and this is what came up. It says here, fatty liver disease is a direct result of our nation's obesity epidemic. So it's comparing the fatty liver disease to obesity, and that's true because if obesity, if you're obese and overweight, you're going to have some stage of fatty liver, and that's what they're comparing it with here. Approximately 20% of adults and 10% of children have, it's known, and they break it down into NAFLD, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Now, what that means is that a lot of you guys have heard that when people are alcoholics or drink a lot of alcohol, they get cirrhosis of the liver. Well, that's very serious because when you get to a certain point, most likely you are going to have to get a transplant of the liver. Well, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease is basically the same thing, but it's not from alcohol. It's from your liver being too heavily engulfed in fat for a long period of time. But the rates in those over 60, so where is non-alcoholic fatty liver disease mostly pronounced, or what ages do most people have this? Here it is. But the rates in those over 60 years of age is above 40%. People with type 2 diabetes and pre-diabetes are especially susceptible, where as many as 2 out of 3 have a fatty liver disease. 2 out of 3 have a fatty liver disease. This is what they're saying. This is how serious the fatty liver disease is. The reason that, the standard American diet, especially because of the lockdowns, a lot of people have gained weight. If you've gained 15, 20, 30 pounds plus, you most likely probably have some stage of fatty liver. And that's going to cause, and then if you decide enough is enough and you want to lose that weight, well, you're not going to be able to lose the weight until you reverse your fatty liver. That's just how it works. Okay. So this is an issue where doctors are coming back and they're saying the big issue is health professionals feel the numbers are much higher in the young and old because most have no idea they even have an issue with fatty liver disease. And that's the big issue. That's why it's called the silent killer. And I'll read you another science site that actually addressed this, why they feel that people have no idea why they even if they even have a fatty liver disease. Okay, so according to this medical site, according to a medical site published in February 2020, non-alcoholic liver disease is an epidemic of the 21st century. In the last year and a half, 2 years, I've even seen obesity up even higher, escalating, especially in the young. And I also am seeing type 2 diabetes. I belong to a few type 2 diabetic sites, and every single day I'm getting notices from people where they're having either their husband or their wife or a family member has been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. And I'm getting notices 2 to 3, maybe 4 times a day on people that are looking to find out, okay, how do we reverse this? And then they're explaining what their doctors are doing is just putting them on the type 2 diabetic medication, which science has already been telling us medication will never reverse type 2 diabetes. So it makes sense why this site in February said that in the 21st century, it is an epidemic and it is a silent killer. Let's see, what's the other one? There's actually, oh, here it is. Let me give it to you. There's actually another site here. I pulled this off. Okay, let's see. In a recent study, this one was actually in a recent study dated 2021. Approximately 1 out of 4 persons worldwide has fatty liver disease. The fastest growing and largest segment of chronic liver disease in North America alone. There are 100 million people with a fatty liver disease, and the majority, this is why it's known as the silent killer. The majority have no idea that they even have it. They're underdiagnosed. That's exactly what they're said. This is exactly what the case study or this science site says. It also stated that driven largely by the increasing prevalence of type 2 diabetes and obesity. So it's going right, here's a different site that was written in 2021, going right back where, if you have type 2 diabetes or you're obese or, overweight, you're going to have some stage of fatty liver. Fatty liver disease is a cause for great concern. That's this 2021 science site. Non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, known as NAFLD, is an early stage form of fatty liver disease that occurs when there is a accumulation of fat in the liver. So obviously, if you've got a lot of body fat, not only you have a lot of fat in between your muscles or in your body, you're going to have it in your liver. Non-alcoholic fatty liver disease can progress to a more severe form of fatty liver disease called non-alcoholic, it's called NASH, and it's characterized by inflammation and the formation of scar tissue. That's the concern, because when your liver gets so much scar tissue on it, it stops working. And so what does the science site say? It's what happens when you stop working. I'll tell you in a second. Okay, so this same science site that was dated in 2021 stated, no, it's known as the silent killer. Fatty liver disease shows no symptoms until your liver is severely damaged. Left untreated, the disease can lead to chronic illness, organ failure, cancer, and ultimately death. Advanced diseases will likely require a liver transplant, which poses a great financial burden for the patient and the healthcare system. So that's the reason why they're calling the non-alcoholic fatty liver disease the silent killer. So when you go, so how are you going to know if you even have a fatty liver? Well, if your doctor does a blood test and he reads you your blood test, I've had potential clients, or I've had clients tell me this, that one of the things I do with my potential clients when I'm doing a consultation with them, I always ask them, when's the last time you got a blood test? Because especially if I'm working with somebody that has type 2 diabetes, or even if they're overweight, if they're just looking to lose that belly fat or body fat or whatever, I still need to know what their hormones are like. I still need to know what their liver counts are, because that's going to tell me what the progression is with our courses or packages, basically how long it's going to take us to get them to reach their weight loss goals or reverse type 2 diabetes or reverse fatty liver disease. I got to know this because I need to know if their liver count is up. So when you do your blood test and your doctor comes back to you and says your liver count's a little high, I've had multiple clients tell me that's where it stopped. He didn't explain why my liver count's up. It could be up just a little bit. If it's up a little bit and you're overweight, what's that telling us? It's telling us you have a fatty liver. And so the health professional needs to address this, and they need to look into it deeper, and they need to find the root cause of why your liver count is up higher, because it's a serious issue, and it's not being addressed like it should. And it needs to be, especially if you're overweight or if you have a type 2 diabetic. I mean, the science sites say it's a serious issue. They're saying that the majority of the public, they don't even know they have it. But yet, when you do a blood test, most likely it's going to show up as a elevate in your liver count markers. Now, it's a simple test, and then they can check to see, your liver and see what level of fatty liver you actually in, and that's very simple. Okay, and I think most insurance will pay for that, right? Okay, so one more scientific site, and I think you guys will recognize this particular one. And so it's a recent publication by the Mayo Clinic stated the treatment of fatty liver. This is what they're saying. The first line of treatment is usually weight loss through a combination of healthy diet and exercise. Losing weight addresses conditions that contribute to a non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Guys, that's exactly how you're going to actually reverse your fatty liver disease, which is also going to help reverse type 2 diabetes, which is also going to help to reverse obesity. You've got to change your lifestyle, guys. You've got to change the type of food you're eating. You got to change how often you're eating, and you got to change the type of water you're drinking, because everything out there right now is acidic. There is so much there. The environmental toxins are so bad that it's causing the body to be elevated and to be in an acidic environment, and that's going to shut everything down, especially long term. Science. I've got okay in the blog post, guys. I have some science research I have in there that actually shows that our courses and our packages are actually science proven to help somebody to reverse obesity, type 2 diabetes, or fatty liver disease. And I listed those scientific case studies. These aren't Google, these aren't blog posts, these are real case studies. And so what we teach our clients is by changing the type of foods to a higher good dietary fats, low carb meals, incorporating intermittent fasting with those meals, and then what kind of water you should be drinking. All three of these have been around for well over 2,000 years. They're nothing new, but they've been brushed under the carpet so that our nutritionists and health professionals can't see it. But there are a lot of us, even health professionals, doctors and things, that are bringing those out of the carpet, and that we're seeing great results. And that's what our online personal coaching teaches people, is we give them all the tools they need. They get a step-by-step meal plans, and they get everything. There's no excuse why you cannot reverse your fatty liver disease, or you cannot reverse type 2 diabetes. The only way you're going to fail with all these tools that we give you, all these training books, all these training videos and the materials, the only way you're going to fail is if you quit too soon and you really don't want to reverse or lose that weight. That's the only way you're going to fail. So let's see what else the Mayo Clinic stated. Long-term effects of non-alcoholic liver disease can get you into an environment known as cirrhosis. which is a liver disease, causing NASH. And their recommendation, if you have that, is liver transplants may be the option. Guys, you don't have to wait until that happens. You can reverse this very quickly if you do it right and you're given the right tools. Okay, what else did the Mayo Clinic state? Let's see what they stated. Okay, they stated there is no drug treatment that has been approved by the Food and Drug Administration for non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. So just like type 2 diabetes, all the medication, some of the top doctors out there that are helping their patients reverse type 2 diabetes are all saying, even science is saying it, there is no medication that's going to reverse type 2 diabetes. There's no metformin, no insulin, no medication. But there is a natural way to reverse it, and that's by changing the type of food you're eating and how often you're eating. That's going to reverse a non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Okay? So guys, if you know somebody that's overweight, say 20, 25, 30 pounds plus, or if you know somebody that has type 2 diabetes, you might want to share this video with them. And we're hoping to launch our new online personal coaching website this week. And once that's launched, I'll let you all know, but it'll have all my courses and packages on there to fit most people's budget. And most of those courses and packages, all those courses and packages have all the information you need to reverse either if you're looking to lose belly fat or body fat, or if you're looking to reverse type 2 diabetes and get off medication, or obesity or fatty liver disease. You got all the information in those courses and packages. Or if you'd like to know more about my courses and packages now, you can just message me at bill@billmabrycoaching.com, or I'm sorry, yes, bill@billmabrycoaching.com. You can email me and I'll send you some information about our courses and packages. Or you can also go to my Facebook group page, Fat Loss Made Easy. Join the group. I have 2 ebooks in there. I have one free ebook for those of you that are just looking to lose that belly fat or body fat. And I have another free ebook in there for those of you that want to reverse type 2 diabetes and would like a little more information about the root cause and why you have it and why your blood sugars aren't dropping. Of course, these aren't the courses or packages, but these will give you the education you need to understand, okay, what's the issue and why am I going through the issue? Okay, guys. So, guys, I hope you saw some value in this, and we'll see you guys at the next video. Bye.